Hey guys, so today's video I want to talk about soulmates, what soulmates are, and knowing that your soulmate doesn't have to be your partner. It doesn't have to be someone that you have to marry, that you have a love interest in. Soulmates come in many different forms, in many different ways, and I just wanted to talk about it because a lot of people ask me about it, especially like being a medium. People always come to me and say, when am I going to find my soulmate? When am I going to get married? All of this stuff. And I always tell them, just because, you know, you find somebody you love or you want to marry doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to be your soulmate or your twin flame. That's a whole nother thing also. So basically what I want to talk about is having a soulmate and what that means. Soulmates can be your kids, they could be your best friend, they could be your grandma, your grandpa, whatever. It's just somebody that has a soul connection with you, somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody that you feel like familiar with, that you feel like, oh, this feels familiar, and you know, it just feels natural. Now, the thing about the soulmate cliche is that a lot of people just think that it's a love thing, and that's not true. And a lot of people think that there is no such thing as soulmates. I know mediums that do not believe in soulmates, and I know mediums that, you know, think that your soulmate is your lover. Everybody has their own opinion, but me personally, what I believe and what I've seen and what I think is that your soulmates can come in any different forms, any different form, and it could be a man with a man, a woman, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't have to be sexual. Also, you can have multiple soulmates. You don't just have one soulmate. And understand this, you guys, that just because you find a soulmate doesn't mean that they're going to be in your life forever. They can come in and out of your life. You can have multiple of them. It's not just going to be, in some cases, I'm not saying for everybody, but in some cases, there's going to be multiple people who come in and out of your life who you're going to feel like that's your soulmate. And, you know, it's kind of confusing, but if you're into this, then, you know, you'll understand it. But just know that don't have, you know, standards of, I'm gonna find my soulmate, my husband's gonna be my soulmate, because 9 times out of 10 that's really not true. Like for me personally, I feel like my daughter is my soulmate. I feel like I knew her before. I feel very familiar with her. I feel that our souls really connect, and you know, we get along really well. So for me, I feel like she's my soulmate. For my aunt, she feels like my mom was her soulmate, and they were best friends. They were never lovers, anything like that. They were just best friends. So it could be with anybody. It doesn't have to be a love interest, and I think a lot of people get hurt by that and let down and have this big, you know, big dream of, oh, I can't get married until I find my soulmate, or, you know, keep dating people, I haven't found my soulmate, when you're looking for a soulmate and the person who's you're supposed to be with and you're supposed to love is right there, but your mind is so set on finding a soulmate that you can't look past that. And I don't want you guys to get blinded by that, because a lot of people seem to get tricked into that. I know that there's a lot of people like mediums or psychics that people go to looking for them questions. That's one of our main questions you can ask any medium, any psychic. People ask that question, and the thing is that a lot of people don't tell the truth. A lot of people say, well, you know, pay me this, pay me that, and I'll help you find your soulmate, or you're gonna find this person, you're gonna marry them. They're not telling them that just because, you know, you meet somebody and you love them and you fall in love with them, that doesn't mean that they're your soulmate. And I really hate to see people misguided like that, and I see that a lot because a lot of people come to me and say, well, they said I was going to find my soulmate, they said I was going to get married, they said this, they said that, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I see something totally different. So if you're seeking help like that, I suggest that, you know, you find somebody that you trust and that you know is not going to lie to you. And again, look at the reviews, do some research, because I know a lot of people search for love. You would be surprised how many people live their life and put their whole life on finding that one special person who they call a soulmate, who they are searching for, and who they can't, you know, they just are, that's their life's goal, is to search for their soulmate. And it really makes me sad, because you don't have to you don't have to search that far. And if your soulmate is going to be with you, they're going to find you regardless. Like, you don't have to search. They're going to come to you, because if you guys are soulmates, you're supposed to meet up. There's many different reasons. There's much more behind it. You know, I still have a lot to learn about it, but from what I know about it is that you can have multiple soulmates. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It doesn't have to be your husband. It doesn't have to be, you know, a woman and a man. It could be a woman, man. It could be anybody. It could be a young person with an old person. It could be so many different things. We all have soulmates, and we all have, most of us have multiples, but a lot of us just focus on one. But if you have that feeling multiple times of somebody, you know, you meet somebody and then it keeps happening to you, like, oh, I met that person, and then I met that person, I had that same feeling, like a connection, like a soul connection, that's probably one of your soulmates. So don't get caught up in the hype of my soulmate has to be my husband, or I can only marry my soulmate. I mean, and I've seen in certain situations where people were soulmates and they started off as friends and they're really cool, and since they knew that they were soulmates and, you know, they talked about it or they just felt it, and then they added that sexual aspect to it, their friendship was ruined, and it wasn't the relationship they wanted because they weren't compatible in that way. That doesn't mean you have a sexual compatibility with someone because they're your soulmate. And that's brings me to my another thing, is twin flames. Now, I don't know much about twin flames. I had a friend who was really into that, and every time we talked about it, like I'm telling you guys, I told her I really don't know how to feel about that. I'm 50-50 on it because there's not a lot of information on it, and you know, I haven't personally looked into it deeply, and I don't feel like the information that's out there really gives me what I'm personally looking for. Now, if somebody out there knows more, please let me know. You know, help me learn. I would love to know, because I know that a lot of people, you know, come to me and they ask me about that, and a lot of people really want to find their twin flame, and I just feel like I haven't found anything personally that I can, you know, just sit here and say, yeah, twin flame this, twin flame that. I have no idea. But that's another form of a soulmate type of deal. But with twin flames, that's your one. What, from what I understand, is that you're one. You are one, but you're two individuals, but you're the same person. And again, I don't believe that has to be a sexual thing. I think your twin flame could be a friend or whatever. I don't think that these things have to do with romantic or sexual connection. I think that it's the connection between your souls ultimately, and the love that you share. But again, twin flame thing, not really sure. Soulmate thing, yeah, I researched it. I know, you know, enough about it to speak on it. So again, if anybody has any questions, let me know, and feel free to tell me what you guys think about twin flames and your views on it, or what you've learned about it, or if you want me to research it more and make a video about it, or whatever. So I hope this video helped you guys out. This basic video, like I said before, I make basic videos because I want you guys to understand it in an easy way, because like I said 1,000 times, I have watched videos and it confused me so much. So when I speak on a certain subject, I try to say it in the most simple way. And if you guys want more detail, let me know. I can always make more detailed video. But when I initially bring something out, I try to, you know, break it down and make everybody understand it, because this stuff can get really complicated, but it's really not. So again, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful, blessed day. All right, bye.